All right, man. So today we're gonna talk about the starts and then
Your parks.
and then the sleepers. News on this protocol, concussion protocol. The Tua situation.
Yo, and we just recap Thursday night game real quick. Talk a little fantasy about it too.
And we can also talk about Zay, being at the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, man. I'll go ahead and check in for the show.
Yes, sir.
My dogs on the south side, 2 times for the west and the east coast. 2 times for you hoes and the snake shit. Lot of hollow tips coming through the peephole. Fucking saying where they at, they ain't running shit. Too divine and intertwined with the beat though. They can't take nothing from me. Look, 1 time for my dogs on the south side.
Yo, what's good, Macho Sports
Flex.
It's your boy Sway checking in.
Yeah, it's your boy Jay Pizzle checking in one time.
Yeah, so today, man, it's the starts, parks, and what?
Sleepers. Yeah, my starting quarterback, Tom Brady, bro. You can't miss this matchup. If you got Tom Brady, I know you ain't want to start him all week. You've been trying to find something off the waivers. Guess what? It ends this week.
He destroys the Falcons, bro.
The last 3 games, 399 yards with 4 touchdowns, 276 with 5 touchdowns, and 368 with 4 touchdowns. He got Godwin and Evans back. It's a murder case. Someone needs to call the cops for this one. You're going to have to start Tom Brady, I promise you. My start running back for the week, I got James Robinson.
I know he got you for a game last week. I told you I would have been a sin to start him because he's going to rob you for a win.
But y'all didn't listen. But guess what? Y'all going to listen this week, right? Y'all better start him this week. He plays the Texans, who are giving up the most rushing yards, 172 per game. He's going to go off. Probably a team finally goes off too. So start this guy. And Chris Olave. Woo! Remember them air yards? I told y'all I wasn't playing. This dude at least gets 4 deep targets per game. He's leading the NFL in air yards, fam, with 673 yards. And they want to talk about Tyreek Hill? Bro, Tyreek barely has 453 air yards. Chris Olave is just a rookie.
And then they played the Seattle defense.
It don't matter if Andy Dalton's starting, fam, or if it's Winston. Start Chris Olave. So those are my must starts for the week. So who you got, King?
I got remember Devontae Smith. I think you should start him this week again. I think he didn't do so good last week. But I think all the attention, they played Jacksonville. So, all the attention is going to go to A.J. Brown. So I think Devontae Smith is going to have another outscoring performance again.
Okay, yeah. I think Jalen Hurts has been doing pretty good, finding his receivers now. I think he's getting second, third reads. So.
And then I'm pretty sure that's a second read.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's got to be.
And then...
not Dallas Goedert.
So he's always going to go against the number 2 corner anyway, so he's probably most likely faster than the other corner.
He got to be open unless that second corner is a top-notch corner.
Especially the way he's been playing this year. I think he's trying to play like that number 1 receiver too.
Of course, he's gonna get there. I don't think he's better than AJ Brown, but I think he can get there.
He reminds me of kind of like Deshaun Jackson, remember back in the days, but a little faster than that.
Nah, I think Deshaun Jackson's faster.
Think so?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think this guy has more hops.
Yeah, maybe.
But anyways, my second, my running back for the start this week is Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs?
Yeah. He woke up last game and won. He actually kind of really won the game for him because he opened up their run game. They got their first win last week.
Yeah, they beat the Broncos. But yeah, I mean, and that was crazy because the Broncos supposed to have a good defense.
Yeah.
And they're playing Kansas City, so we'll see if Kansas City can hold them.
I don't know though. I think Kansas City let some of the top running backs go through them. My quarterback, it would be Jared Goff. I think Goff is he's gonna have to go toe to toe with He's going against a rookie, so he should win that matchup. He's talented enough.
Nah, they're all out.
They're still all out. He almost still won the game last week for him. So, I mean, he's playing New England Patriots. I don't think the Patriots are. They got Zappin and that's the quarterback you were talking about last time, right?
Bailey Zappi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I found weird that they drafted a quarterback. I was like, why would they draft a quarterback if they got Mac Jones?
And then all of a sudden, Brian Hoyer got hurt too.
And I said, watch out for Bailey Zappi. Like months ago when they drafted him, it rose an eyebrow for me. And if he looks anything good and if he can get the W, man, I'm not gonna say they have a Tom Brady situation, but something to look at. Remember, I did say that Patriots were gonna have a demise this year, so maybe they're starting next year with a new quarterback. Still too early to tell because I like Mac Jones, but we'll see what Bailey Zappi does with the chance he gets.
We'll go ahead and park.
Geno Smith on that first one, please. He had a great game last week, but he's going against the New Orleans Saints defense, and I think they're gonna bring him back to reality. I'm sorry, Geno Smith. Even though I gambled with you last week, and you gave me pretty 31 points, but I don't think it's happening against New Orleans this week.
No, you don't think so?
No, sir.
You ain't feeling lucky this week, huh?
Nah. I got Patrick Mahomes back.
All right. That's crazy though. That's a good call. I think he's gonna have trouble facing that defense, but you just never know. Because nobody expected this from Geno Smith, and then he got DK and Tyler Lockett.
Sorry.
And Noah Fant.
The Honey Badgers on the other side.
All right.
And you're facing a better pass rush than last week.
I mean, I'm not saying I believe in Geno Smith. I'm just saying he's been balling out, man.
He has.
And I'm shocked.
And then, the running back, he may call me, this may be easy, but I think he's been healthy enough, but he's on the injury report list every week. Christian McCaffrey.
Man, I don't know. I said it last week. I think you got to trade this guy already.
This guy, he's never healthy. Even though he hasn't been out a couple of games, and he hasn't even been out. He's been playing every game, but
he keeps just showing up on the injury report, and I'm worried about that.
It's any day,
Eventually, they're gonna stack up where he can't get out there no more.
Then that's when you go pick up Foreman.
I would. That's why I say make the trade now.
It'll
be a lot easier.
Why it's still valued.
Exactly, and especially after he came off the performance he did. I think he had a pretty good performance last week, didn't he?
Yeah.
So I would just try to trade him while his value's still high.
Who do they play this week?
To play San Francisco.
Oh no, just San Francisco they were nasty on Monday.
And imagine that. He's got San Francisco, Los Angeles Rams, and then the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
So if he can't make it through that, then maybe you want to start him. But I would trade him away now.
I know a guy that you probably wanted to let go, or you want me to try and trade him. I know this guy here let him go, by the name of Allen Robinson.
Ooh. Ooh.
4 games. How many receptions does he have?
Man, I don't even want to talk about it. In the beginning of the season, I tried to trade Allen Robinson away after week 1, and nobody wanted him. So, good call, guys.
Why? Why not, though?
I guess because he wasn't really involved week 1. Remember, it was all Cooper Kupp, and then he only got that one.
Or is it because he only has 9 receptions, 95 yards, and 1 touchdown? Out of 4 games, and how much are they paying him?
A lot of money, bro. And that's Cooper. That's Cooper Kupp's does that in 1 game. So
I guess he's just running out there with good cardio in California and getting paid.
I guess he'd be working out during the games. All right, guys. So these guys you cannot start this week. Don't even take a second look at these guys, man. And y'all be shocked at these names I came out with. I'm taking a dive in the deep end. I don't mess around with this. My first guy you want to park this week is Kyler Murray, fam.
Damn.
Big name in fantasy football, I know, but he goes against the Eagles defense this week. Last week, he went into the half down 10-3. If he does this against the Eagles, it's over, fam. The Eagles are not gonna just score 10 points in the first half. I doubt the Cardinals defense is that good. So he's gonna have to get the job done. I doubt he gets it done against them. I already see turnovers happening. Dare I say a blowout if he does anything like he did in the first half last week? You're not going to do the Eagles like you did the last week's opponent. I'm telling you right now, Kyler Murray, either you get to a strong start or this was a must park. But second guy I got is Najee Harris. Ooh, man. I know that hurts you, Ken.
No.
Yeah, right now is his first game with Kenny Pickett. I know the Steelers fans are excited. It's Pittsburgh, right? If I got that right. So I think that Kenny Pickett, bro, he might take work away from Najee Harris. Last week he had them 2 rushing touchdowns. He might take them touchdowns away from Najee Harris, and Najee Harris need them touchdowns right now. So I would say watch out for Najee Harris, fam, this week. I think Kenny Pickett takes a touchdown or 2 away from him again. So that's my must part for the week. And my receiver, I got Jalen Waddle. Man, I actually like this guy. I think he's a great receiver to have. But this week, he is coming off a groin injury. He is kind of trying to recover from that this week. And it's his first game with Teddy Bridgewater. I just don't know what to expect. I think, if anything, they go lean towards more of the veteran, Tyreek. I know he's dealing with the injury himself, but he's the veteran, so I think they lean more towards Tyreek in a run game and don't really put Teddy Bridgewater too much out there. Of course, they're going to take their shots, so I'm sure you got to count on that deep shot with Jalen Waddle this week. And if he don't get that, that's why you put him in the bench this week, fam. But, yeah, those are my must park for this week.
What about
Don't call these NyQuil, fam. I got your NyQuil players right here, huh? You should get sponsored by NyQuil. What's up, man? So, my first one, I got my quarterback, Derek Carr. He's a sleeper, bro. And he's facing the Kansas City Chiefs. Y'all remember that famous meme of him looking all mean and shit? Know what I'm saying? He's coming back. And even if they do lose, I think they're going to go toe-to-toe. But even if it is a blowout, garbage time. I promise you he won't disappoint with garbage time. So even if it is a blowout or toe-to-toe, you can't sleep on Derek Carr this week. So I would say even QB1 this week. But my running back, man, Damian Harris, bro. If you got Damian Harris, I know he's sharing the backfield with Stevenson. But last week got 18 attempts against the Green Bay Packers. So if he gets anything similar, he should have a big week. And I mean, he hasn't been really involved in the passing game. He only had one reception last week, and then all the other weeks he's had 2. So if he could get 2 receptions or more, watch out, man. Like I said, RB1 on the way. And then for my sleeper on receiver, T. Higgins. I really don't know if he's a sleeper, but he is questionable for the game. But I doubt he wants to miss this one. It's a rivalry game. It's against Baltimore. The defense been letting up the most fantasy points for receivers. And if Joe Burrow can't find his groove on this game, then he ain't going to find his groove all season long. So those are my sleeper picks for this week. Who you got, Ken?
Man, you talking about Icy Joe?
Yeah.
That's one of my sleeping quarterbacks this week. I think he found his swagger back. I think he's going to come back and,
cool Joe.
Start putting some fucking points on that board.
Exactly.
On fantasy. I think everybody been sleeping on him since the start of the season, but I think he's back. And my running back, Breeze Hall. Man, I wish we would. I mean, I love Damian Pierce, but Breece Hall, man, he's that running back you want. He can catch at the backfield and he can run. And he proved it last week when he made that game-winning touchdown. to win the game. So I think he's one of the sleeping running backs right now that everybody's asleep on.
Shit, I told you. Everybody was asleep on it, and I told y'all to trade for him last week. It might be too late. If y'all didn't do it last week, y'all might give it a shot this week. But if y'all can't, don't say I didn't tell y'all, man.
Don't say I didn't tell you.
Man, but the receiver that's a sleeper, you know, I hate saying this, but I think Michael Gallup is going to be a good start. I think he, his first game back, he had a touchdown, and I think he's going to start getting that. I think he's going to take over that, maybe that, not number one spot, but he's going to start getting more targets. Since he's back, he's opened up, I think, that offense a little more.
Yeah, I think
in
so.
The past game.
He has to. They play the Rams, huh?
Yeah.
And then it's Cooper Rush still.
I mean, but Jalen Ramsey is probably going to be holding Lamb all night, so he gets to go against the back of the other side of the ball. So I think he'll have a good sleeping. I think he'll have a good game. I think Cooper Rush is going to be his go-to. Michael Gallup is going to be his go-to guy this game.
All right. 12 targets or something like that?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Oh, yeah, bro. So yeah, guys, let us know who y'all must start, must parks, and sleepers are for this week. But yeah, bro, we're going to hit y'all with some topics in the NFL. Not last night, but Thursday night's game, bro. Actually, a pretty disappointing performance, man. If I don't say so myself. I had a lot of fantasy players riding on that game, bro, and I'm glad I didn't start none of them. And I'll start with talking about Naheem Hines. I didn't even start him. I picked him up off of waivers, tried to trade him and Judy away. I'm not going to say for who, but they declined the pick. I mean, they declined the trade. So there was a smart play by you, bro. Smart play, because you would have ended up with a running back, 0 points. I think 1 point, something like that.
0.1.
You would have ended up with like 8 points all together off of 2 players. But yeah, bro, what'd you think about the game, though?
Yeah, man, it was a crazy game, man. It was just, I guess if you're a field goal, I think kicker, you were being caught a lot.
Especially if you had the Colts one.
That too, but I think, remember the ones that the Colts blocked also that from the Denver Broncos.
That's what I'm saying.
So they probably could have won from that one. Or if Russell didn't throw that interception instead of trying to run the clock out.
Man.
I don't know. What's wrong with Russ?
Man, I don't know, bro.
Is he in love? He need to retire.
Y'all gonna have to check it out on NASDAQ of the week and find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, but that's crazy though. The Colts, I was hoping the Broncos would have won because the Colts are in their division.
You know, another story really is for me is the receivers on the Colts, bro. Where's Michael Pittman at, Colt?
Good luck, because you're gonna need it this week. Finally, I play UJP this week with Jonathan Taylor out and Najee Harris is going to be running the ball, possibly catching. You're going to need more than that, because I'm going to eat you like a bowl of rice and Sway's living example.
Oh, this is going to be great. What a wonderful story, right? The guy who passes up on Jonathan Taylor goes ahead and now goes against the guy that has Jonathan Taylor. Chances are slim to none that this would happen, and Jonathan Taylor's out. Now I got to do it without my ace. Cool. Let me show you how it's done, Colt. Humble yourself, fam, before I do it.
Like I said, bro, like I said, I'm going to eat you up like rice, man. So, be ready.
It looks like that rookie Alec Pierce is. I might. Dare I say, y'all might have to pick him up before I do, cause bro,
Yeah, I seen that.
Y'all did it. Ain't nobody pick him up. I'm about to pick him up.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
but he's gonna start getting some more action on that offense.
We'll see. He was targeted a lot last night, and then the catches he made, that one catch before, it looked like he was about to get picked, and he literally snagged the ball right in front of that guy. So that was a good play.
Like 2 of them last night.
Yeah, even Matt Ryan even said it himself. He's like, bro, I thought that play was gone, and the receiver still caught the ball. He's like, I was shocked. So Matt Ryan recognizes his talent. He's been around for a while. Yeah. And he's had receivers like Julio Jones. So this guy know what a good receiver look like.
Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, well, I mean, he ain't no Julio. He ain't no Julio.
Yeah, I mean, of course not.
But yeah, you got any other topics for us, kid?
Yeah, man, this concussion protocol, man, that's just going out of hand, I think, in the NFL. I think it started off not just with Tua, but also, like, we were talking about the game last night. You seen Najee Hines. He had a concussion also. And he was still trying to go out there on the field, and then until, like, they seen him, like, I guess, almost falling out. They took him out, and he was no longer able to return to the game, and they never said anything else today about the update.
Yeah, I mean, I think they took the safe approach, and I think it was best that they took him out the game. You saw him stumbling. He had the concussion-like symptoms. I forget what the name is. I'll post it here. But he had them symptoms, and if I think any player has them, you got to take him out now, especially after what happened to Tua, bro. Another thing I was saying last night.
Thank God Tua was still good.
Yeah, man, we'll keep y'all up there on the Tua story, man. It's a lot of stuff going on there, and Miami is still not off the hook. But I think another thing I wanted to say,
but I think it goes past Miami. I think it's like just the whole NFL period.
That's what I was gonna get into. I think the NFL could get exposed, bro, because they didn't want to release all this information about these concussions. They wanted to keep it down, and now that it's getting more and more noise around it, I'm thinking that a bunch of players are gonna start, like, look at Joe Burrow, what he said, bro. He said that he's experienced it before, where he don't even remember playing a half, where he don't even remember playing a full game. He's not the only player, and if the deeper they dig, the more they're gonna find. So, in my opinion, is, bro, these players are suffering concussions every game. They literally be taking out every player. But now if you start taking out your star player, you take out Patrick Mahomes in a playoff game right before the championship game, and it doesn't seem so interesting no more. It doesn't sell like it does. So the NFL needs to protect itself as well. It's about the money. Let's not escape from it, right? It's always been about the money. So that's what I gotta say, fam. Like, they're playing a dangerous game with this concussion and stuff, bro. They should just play it safe, cause man, they don't want to open the Pandora's box with this stuff right here, fam. They really don't.
Yeah, man, but we'll keep you updated on more of the stuff, like the Tua situation, what he said, see what's gonna happen, and almost not even halfway done with this NFL season. It's just the beginning. So watch, there can still some of the teams can still turn their season around, but they have to win starting off this weekend.
Yeah, man, like I said, it's about a month into the season, so we got a good taste of what the teams are looking like. By the end of next month of October, we're gonna know who's who. Ain't gonna be no more questions. There's gonna be more answers than questions by then, so we're gonna have to tune in, and we'll keep y'all guys updated. Again, if you're in the Houston area, Sugarland, Stafford, Rosenberg, Richmond area, and you go to Buffalo Wild Wings or Pluckers, holla at your boy, and let's get one of these interviews in, man. Yeah, guys, so let us know what you thought about today's show, who y'all thought the starts, parks, and sleepers should have been for this week. Go ahead and drop down y'all's comment down below. But go ahead and strike out that like button, sack the subscribe button, and dunk your comment down below.
This is Macho Sports Flicks checking out.
Yes, sir. Check it out.
Yeah.
Work again, what goes around comes around, cycle continuing. Mind on my money, I'm all about dividends. Only catch flights to you, all of your feelings. Kid bumping tips and Jxxy.R know that they feeling it. All in their mouth like a feeling is. Go bring a dentist in. I've been tuned in like I'm off of that Ritalin. Hop in that booth and start riddling. Any, mini,